How do you burn calories? Through exercise, right? That's true. But unless you're an athlete or a serious fitness enthusiast, it's probably not the most effective approach. Surprised? Don't worry. In the next few minutes, I'll give you everything you need to build your winning strategy. Not the winning strategy, but your winning strategy. Once you understand the 4 ways your body burns calories, you can use them to your advantage and achieve lasting results with less effort. Stick with me until the end so you don't miss the 3 secrets that helped me achieve amazing results with way less effort. Let's quickly start with the basics. What is a calorie? Leaving aside the scientific definition, a calorie is simply a unit of measurement used in nutrition to measure the energy content of food. And if you're watching this video, you probably already know how easy it is to consume calories and how much harder it is to burn them off. But here's the thing. Calories aren't the enemy. Without them, we wouldn't just live. We wouldn't survive. The problem begins when this balance breaks. We take in more calories than we burn, and that's when weight gain happens. We all need a certain number of calories every day just to function. But that number isn't the same for everyone. It depends on your body, your lifestyle, what you eat, and even things like your brown fat levels. All of this adds up to your total energy expenditure. Think of it like a car. A big, powerful engine driving fast and far burns a lot more fuel than a small car just doing short trips around the neighborhood. At the end of the day, it comes down to this. If you eat more calories than you burn, you're in a surplus. If you eat less, you're in a deficit. And over time, that's what drives weight gain or weight loss. Whether your goal is to lose those pesky extra pounds or simply maintain your ideal weight, understanding how your body burns the fuel you take is key. It's what allows you to control how much energy you can consume to achieve whatever results you want. We already mentioned that your body uses energy for 4 main needs. But what exactly are they? The first is basal metabolism, the energy your body needs just to keep you alive and functioning. The second is NEAT, or non-exercise activity thermogenesis. That's all the calories you burn through everyday movement like walking, standing, and doing normal tasks. The third is ET, or exercise activity thermogenesis, which is the energy you burn during workouts. And finally, the thermic effect of food. That's the energy your body uses to digest, absorb, and process what you eat. The impact of each of these factors on your total energy expenditure depends on many factors, things like age, diet, lifestyle, genetics, and even the amount of brown fat you have compared to your total body fat. But the key point is this: anyone can use this knowledge to their advantage. So let's dig a little deeper and see where you can actually take action to maximize your results with the least effort. Basal Metabolic Rate. Your basal metabolic rate is the energy your body uses just to keep you alive. It's everything happening behind the scenes: breathing, heartbeats, organ function, even when you're lying still and doing absolutely nothing. And here's the surprising part: about 60 to 70% of all the calories you eat every day are used just for this. Now, there are plenty of tricks out there that claim to boost your metabolism, but the impact is actually very small. We'll break that down in the next video though, so you get the full picture. Non-exercise activity thermogenesis, or NEAT. Non-exercise activity thermogenesis is the energy you burn during normal daily activities, like walking around the supermarket, vacuuming, typing on your computer, or making the bed. And here's the interesting part. This is actually one of the areas where you can get the biggest long-term results with the least effort. People who are naturally active, those who take the stairs instead of the elevator, walk the dog or bike to work, tend to have far fewer issues maintaining a healthy weight. Not because they train harder, but because they move more throughout the day without even thinking about it. Let me give you a simple example. A brisk 30-minute walk burns about 150 calories. And I'm not saying you need to put on gym clothes and push yourself through a 30-minute walk. It's much simpler than that. You just need to build small moments of movement into your day. Take a short walk with your dog, get off the bus one stop early, or walk around the block after lunch. At first, these might feel like irrelevant, but over time, they become habits. A habit usually takes anywhere from 21 and 100 days to form, especially when it's easy to maintain. Before you know it, you become the kind of person who moves more without even noticing. Walking while on the phone, pacing in waiting rooms, or taking every small opportunity to get up and move. Now, just to put it into perspective, burning an extra 150 calories a day through simple walking adds up to about 55,000 calories a year. That's roughly 7 to 8 kilograms of body weight. And all of that without changing your diet or doing fancy workouts. Pretty amazing, right? It really comes down to this. Consistency beats intensity every single time. In the next videos, I'll break down more simple ways to increase your daily calorie burn without disrupting your routine, but with powerful long-term results. But let's move on. Exercise Activity Thermogenesis, or EAT. Exercise activity thermogenesis is the energy you burn during structured physical activity. There's no doubt that high-intensity exercise leads to significant calorie expenditure. An hour of running or cycling can burn a large amount of energy, along with providing many important health benefits. And if you genuinely enjoy sports, whether it's yoga, hiking, tennis, or anything else, then that's great. Keep doing it. The benefits are huge, both physically and mentally. But if the couch usually wins over the gym, then relying only on structured exercise may not be your most effective strategy. And there are two main reasons for that. First, consistency. Forcing yourself to do something you don't enjoy in your limited free time is hard to maintain. It might work at the beginning, but once motivation drops, consistency follows, and that's when most people stop. Second, and even more important, there's a kind of compensation effect. After a workout, you might feel like you've done enough for the day. So without realizing it, you move less. You take the elevator instead of the stairs, you skip walks, you sit more, and you massively reduce your daily activity. You might even indulge yourself with extra food because you earned it. The issue is that 99% of the time, the calories you burn in a short workout are much smaller than what you could burn through consistent movement throughout the day. So if exercise doesn't add up to an active lifestyle and you believe it can replace it, it's definitely not the most effective solution for you. Instead, the key is simple. Move whenever you can. Think of yourself as an active person, even before you fully become one. Because over time, what you do defines always who you are. Thermic Effect of Food. The thermic effect of food refers to the energy your body uses to digest and absorb what you eat. In other words, it's the energy required to extract energy from your food. And here's something important. The difference between protein, carbohydrates, and fats is significant. Let's break it down. For every 100 calories of protein you eat, your body uses about 20 to 30 calories just for digestion, so you only absorb around 70 to 80. For carbohydrates, the body uses about 5 to 10 calories per 100, meaning you absorb around 90 to 95. And for fats, the number is very small, about 0 to 3 calories per 100, so you essentially absorb almost all of it. It might sound like a small detail, but it actually makes a difference. Let me show you why. Imagine you consume 2,000 kilocalories per day. In one case, your intake is made up of 50% protein, 30% carbohydrates, and 20% fat. Digesting these macronutrients requires energy, roughly between 230 and 360 kilocalories in total. This means that out of the 2,000 calories you consume, only about 1,640 to 1,770 are actually available to your body. Now let's change the composition. If those same 2,000 calories come from 50% carbohydrates, 30% fat, and 20% protein, the energy spent on digestion drops to around 130 to 220 kilocalories. So even with the same total calorie intake, the amount your body effectively gets can change depending on what you eat. And just to be clear, this isn't about demonizing or promoting any macronutrient. Protein, carbs, and fats all play essential roles in the body. This is simply about understanding how the numbers work. The difference between the two combinations is around 100 to 140 calories per day. Now, I know it might sound insignificant, but follow the math. 100 to 140 calories per day. That's 3,000 to 4,200 calories per month, and roughly 36,000 to 50,400 calories per year. And considering that losing 1 kilogram of fat requires about a 7,000 calorie deficit, that small difference can translate into roughly 5 to 7 kilograms over the course of a year. Now, if you combine this with the calories burned by simply walking for 30 minutes a day, the total easily goes beyond 13 kilograms. 13 kilos, without extreme effort and without dramatic changes. Impressive, right? I promised you, small changes, big results.